So we're pulling to the end of the year. And this is a good time to both reframe what's happened this year, both good and bad, and also seed the future. So for a second, imagine this past year as a timeline floating in front of you and send energy to any section of the timeline that you wish would have gone better. And as you do that, I want you to also imagine that it went better. This is not to say that you are not acknowledging what actually happened. It's just a psychological trick to get your mind to feel better about who exactly you are today. So take one hand and start sending to the timeline. Feel your body on the inhale. Pull back the bow behind your shoulder blades and send with one hand to that timeline from the beginning of the year to the present moment. And anything that went awry, just imagine it going differently as you send energy to that area, that part of time. Inhale, feel your body, and send energy right to that area. Anything that could have gone differently, just imagine it going differently as you send energy there. There you go. Imagine it really vividly going the way you wanted it to. Really vividly. Fantastic. Again, really vividly. Fantastic. Do a fire breath with me. Now find another event further in the future, but still in this past year that you would have liked to have gone differently. And that includes if there were any injuries, any mishaps in conversation, any missed events, anything like that. You can bring in your other hand too. If there's a really important thing, you can think about that event and cover it with both hands, sending energy from both sides, holding and cradling that event. Let's do a 1-1 breath, one inhale in, one inhale out. Here we go. In. You're pumping to that event. Again, to the event. Last one. Fantastic. Now move the hand back over the timeline, sweeping forwards until you find another area where something could have gone better, a little differently. Maybe there was an event that didn't happen that you wanted to happen. Picture that event actually happening in your mind. We acknowledge the reality. However, you're reprogramming your subconscious mind here. Inhale. There it is. There's the event happening that you wanted to happen. There it is. There it is. There it is. Beautiful. There it is. There it is. Keep moving forwards to the timeline. You're catching up to the present moment. Yep, catching up. There you go. There you go. Find that one final one that you really would love if it went differently. Or if you have nothing like that, find one that you loved and make it even better. Now, general sweep from the first of the year to the present moment. Sending. Keep breathing, keep feeling your body. You can't just send, you have to pull in. Send. Now, for a moment, put your hands on your lap, palms facing up, and just consider this past year and allow anything that bubbles to the surface to bubble up. Anything that needs addressing. There you go. And now in your mind, silently bless your ancestors, all of them. Any ones that stand out in particular, you could go back as many generations as you want. Blessing your ancestors, however that works for you, whatever your belief system is, you could just send them energy or just send them love. There you go. There you go. And now, this present moment, you are a culmination of all the energies of this year. Every single moment, you are recreating the present moment dynamically to justify the past that your mind holds as reality. And if you look forwards towards this coming year, I want you to think of beautiful orbs floating above the entire timeline of the next year. Make the first one like a plum shaded sphere, purplish with a very slight reddish hue. Imagine that floating above the year, and inside of it are sparkles of gold and platinum. And imagine that's floating above your timeline. And as it floats down above your timeline for the coming year, allow it to find the perfect spot in the year where that energy will be needed most, and then allow that to pop like a bubble, releasing all of the sparkly energy to that exact point in the coming year. And now imagine a series of these spheres floating above your timeline for the year and begin energizing them. Let's make the next one orange. Go ahead and inhale. Feel your body. Pull back the bow. Energize the orange sphere floating above the first couple weeks to the first month of the year. Inhale again. That orange sphere. Inhale again. That orange sphere. Fire breathe. Your body. Feel your arms. Fire breathe again. Feel your body. Feel your arms. Fire breathe again. Feel your body. And feel your arms. Fire breathe again. Feel your body. Pull the bow. Feel your arms. Fire breathe again. Feel your body. Feel your arms. Fire breathe again. Feel your whole body. Feel your arms. That orange sphere is growing. Now fill it with absolute love. Love the orange sphere. Make it a slightly more peach colored. A little more love in there. It's expanding. It's getting as big as the entire month of January. It's glowing. It's filling with magenta energy, pink energy. And as it gets larger, hold a slight smile. You can feel that it's being filled with joy, absolute joy. And as it fills with even more joy, allow it to pass January. It's going into the first week of February, and now allow it to release, sprinkling that entire first 5-week period and even back into December with pure, pure, pure joy and love, sprinkling down on your own timeline. The next sphere, which is currently floating above the second month, but the first week of February. Begin energizing a green sphere. It's very small at first. Do a fire breath for this one. You can feel nature energy in there. You can feel snow. You can also feel pine trees. You can feel eucalyptus trees. You can smell eucalyptus and pine. Fire breathe with me. Keep fire breathing. You can do it. Now feel your body from the feet this time all the way up to your head. Draw back the bow at the same time. Now feel your arms energizing the green sphere full of nature. And now it's becoming jungle nature, lush nature, Hawaiian nature, Amazon rainforest nature. Fire breathe again. This sphere is full of pure chi, life force energy. And allow that sphere to float down towards the timeline already, all the way down to the timeline, and have this sphere still whole, touch the timeline in the second month and begin to diffuse and infuse the entire second month with raw life force energy. And as that life force energy moves into the timeline, along that second month, both directions, energizing the timeline, you can feel it spreading bi-directionally all the way to the third week of February, back through timeline, all the way back to the last week of January. And that life force energy comes all the way back and taps you in the chest right now as it's moving forwards through your entire coming year. You can feel it infusing the timeline all the way to the end of the year with nature energy, with life force energy, raw chi. Now imagine a gold, brilliant, shiny, like polished gold sphere, very large, floating above the month of March. And this entire sphere is so shiny and beautiful, and it's made of pure energy. And as you begin to send it love, pink hearts coming out your chest. Inhale, feel your body sending beautiful energy to the gold sphere floating there. There it is, floating. It's larger, it's shining, it's glowing. And now what appears to be solid gold becomes energy gold. It begins to sparkle and shine, and you can feel it opening your crown. You can feel it in your soft palate in the back of your head, your crown opening, your third eye opening, just with the energy connection of this sphere, just looking at it. And that energy begins to expand wider and wider until it's covering the previous and the post month, all the way back into February, all the way back into April, out into April, and it floats down and it lands as it dissipates into pure gold energy that magnetizes like small particles, as if your timeline is a magnet and these gold shards are shards of steel or iron that are immediately attracted to your entire timeline, but they're made of pure golden energy all the way into the future, to the end of your being on this earth, all the way to the past, to the beginning of your timeline on earth, all the way into the very beginning of your conception, all the way to the end. And the majority of them, the ton of them, are surrounding this period right now. It's so thick with golden energy. And now begin energizing those particles attached to your timeline all the way to the end of the year. Inhale with me with the fire breath. Through your body. Send energy to all the sparkles, all of the sparkles, all of the golden shards of energy attracted to your timeline. You can feel this golden energy is magnetized to you and your timeline, to you, the person, to your life, to your situation throughout the coming year and beyond, to the end of your time on this earth. It continues. Let that sink in for a second. Palms up. Feel that golden energy and feel it opening your crown. You feel that tingling sensation at the back of your head. And now dropping in, notice as April is infused with aquamarine, the most refreshing aquamarine. This one is a waterfall. It's raining down on the third week of April. And this aquamarine waterfall feels like a cool drink of water on a summer's day. And it's raining down and it's landing on your timeline. It's moving bidirectionally. It's flowing forwards and backwards, and it's infusing the entire timeline with communication skills and mingling with the golden energy, the golden shards. And you can feel a burst of joy as you realize that your relationships, your ability to communicate with the world, with people in your life, with new people you meet, with professional relationships, with people you work with, you can feel it. There it goes. Now fire breathe with me again. I want to infuse the top of the waterfall. Fire breathe again. Look where the waterfall is. Now look higher. Now look even higher. Make the waterfall very tall. It's like a 2,000-foot tall waterfall in Yosemite Valley. Imagine the top of that waterfall, and you're sending aquamarine energy to it, and it's flowing down. All the way to the very center. You can see there's a central column down the middle of the aquamarine waterfall, like a guiding force. Violet, violet, beautiful violet. And it's surrounded by aquamarine, and you're sending energy to the top, and it's floating down. It's floating down. It's beautifully floating down, coating, covering, aquamarine, expansive. And now the aquamarine waterfall is getting misty and spreading wider. And you can see that it's seeding parallel dimensional timelines anywhere you might float laterally. Inhale again, feel your body. Send to the top, the very top of the waterfall. 2,000 feet up, and then you can feel the power and magnitude as it splashes into your timeline and that mist is covering the whole area, and it's attracted to the gold sparkles. And now we're moving on. We're leaving that waterfall in place for April, and we're moving on to red energy. This energy looks like a strawberry in summer with little tiny strawberry seeds on it. And it's floating above May. And this energy is the pure energy of abundance. Personal power is included automatically. The sunlight that feeds the strawberry is the energy of personal power, strength, solidity, stability. And this red energy you are now infusing, feel your body send energy to the strawberry. And this red energy, the energy of abundance and stability, begins to float down easily to the month of May and June. And this one is absorbed into your timeline like energy food, all the way to the present moment, tapping you in the chest. Tap yourself in the chest once as you feel that energy arrive to the present moment. And it's boomeranging into the future. And now we're placing our awareness, still aware that that red energy is there and infused and continuing to descend from the universe, from the sky, from other dimensions to this dimension. You connect with the energy of June. And the energy of June is a deep purple again, reminding you of the plum energy with the gold sparkles from January. And this June energy is so soothing and grounding. It's almost like a rest period, but at the same time, it's expansive. You can feel yourself in June, your crown opening, your third eye opening, your options increasing, your ninth chakra above your head beginning to expand during that timeline. And now begin to energize your ninth chakra at the month of June and July. Begin energizing it. Inhale, feel your body. Exhale, send energy to your own ninth chakra in the 6th month of the year. Again, inhale, feel your body. To your own ninth chakra, the chakra of possibility, of all your options, your vibrational escrow, things that you will achieve or can achieve if you choose them. You can hear music at the same time, toning, beautiful bells. You can hear bells and music and sounds and guitar and singing and piano and all of these things happening in June. And there it is, entering slowly. You can feel this energy of possibility. It's translucent white energy. It has a very slight silvery platinum tinge to it, and it's entering like sheets of rain into June and July. Into June and July, this energy of possibility, rejuvenation, grounding. You can feel the earth being nourished. You can feel your own life being nourished and replenished, and you feel as though you're wearing running shoes, ready to take off now, having been washed off by the rain, re-energized with all of your new possibilities after grounding so powerfully to the earth. And looking into August, you can feel the beautiful energy of personal power again. This time it's the sun. And you can feel that every sunlight ray that you receive in your body is containing interstellar information. And every sunlight drop you absorb passes through your body, but leaves behind extra information, extra interstellar information, energetic information. You can feel yourself being upgraded. In the month of August, you can feel upgrades coming in back through time into the future as well. You can sense these upgrades, changing every aspect of your being energetically, transforming you into a more awake, enlightened, wonderful, loving human being, which you already are. But that power within you growing exponentially stronger as you move forward through August, You can feel the power of the sun is behind you, and it's shining on your entire timeline for the year with the moon backing it up. That perfect balance of sun and moon and starlit night, desert skies in the summer, cooling off quickly as you view the stars and moonlight moving into September, a time of incredible strength and power. And you can feel another sphere begin to generate above the month of September. And it's a beautiful royal blue, shimmering royal blue filled with new possibilities. It's so beautiful. You feel so much love for this blue sphere, and you feel your body with me now, energizing the blue sphere. Inhale, feeling your body. Exhale, energizing the royal blue sphere. You can feel it filtering down. Inhale, feel your body. Exhale, feel your arms. Inhale, feel your body. Exhale, feel your arms. To the blue sphere. Inhale, feel your body. Exhale, feel your arms. Energizing that blue sphere. And within the blue sphere is a golden circle, a single shell-like circle inside. And inside that is a pink sphere at the core. And this beautifully layered sphere begins to float down through September, landing near the end of September and merging with all of September, all the way back into the end of August and forwards into October, merging and adding creativity, new possibilities, golden energy, and absolute love, including self-love. This energy is infused, and you can feel now a very interesting burnt orange color beginning to arrive beneath the timeline, like trees growing from the earth beneath your timeline. You're energizing the trees with me now. Fire breathe. These trees look like 1,000-foot redwood trees, but they have a burnt orange tinge, and they're growing up through the soil, up towards your timeline. They're merging through your timeline now, all the way through September, back into August, even forwards through all of October, into November, into early December. And they have so much power and nature energy, and you can feel that they're particularly healing. So any physical things in your body, any neurological things, any things that you would like to improve, you can feel that improving that right now. Go ahead and fire breathe with me 3 times in a row. Do this part with me. Here we go. To the tree roots. Fire breathe again. To the tree trunk. And the canopy is merged with your entire timeline. To the canopy. All of it, the trunk and the canopy, merge with your timeline, and that burnt orange energy. You can feel the power of it tingling in your crown, helping you awaken, enlightening you. You can feel it right now, opening your crown, that tingling in the back of your head, going all the way back to the present moment. Tap the back of your head for a second. You can feel where that energy is arriving. And that energy is like a dimensional shift. Sort things out, physical things, energetic things, really upgrading, really powerful shifting, moving forwards. You now find the month of November, and the month of November has a silver energy to it. And it's a beautiful, smooth silver. It's like a funnel. And that funnel of silver energy above your timeline is funneling in even more abundance of all types: community, connections, human connections, family, beautiful energies of financial abundance as well, the frequencies of different precious metals, the frequencies of different currencies mixed in, floating down, and they're purely filtered. This is the energy of financial systems that will be used for good, that will be used to create centers to help people, systems to help people, helpful energies moving in, empowering you to be an even greater contributor to society and to the world. And you can feel it floating down from the sky. That financial abundance energy is coming from the sky, and you can feel it landing gently, floating over your timeline, spreading out. It has all the different types of abundance of food, vitamins, supplements, air, water, finances, shelter, transportation, communication, all of it. That silver funnel now begins to dissipate and merge itself with the rest of the timeline, having delivered such a powerful delivery. So you move into December. You can feel a mix of the energies from the year: red and green energy, purple plum energy, shining, floating silver, platinum. But in the center of it all is a beautiful blue energy, a mix like a slate gray blue energy. And this slate gray blue energy is merging and gathering all of those different energies for you in the culmination, as you can visualize yourself now, December, at the end of the year, looking back on the year with such tremendous sense of joy and accomplishment, that tremendous gratitude. Hold that smile right now as you visualize yourself at the end of next year, looking back on the year, holding such a tremendous smile on your face, beaming with love and gratitude and thankfulness for the amazing things that you've accomplished, that have happened serendipitously throughout the year. All the way to that moment, you can feel that joy just emanating as you're just a beacon of light and joy that shines, and you're so grateful and free and looking forward for even more. All of those different colors merged, energized right up to the last day of the year. You can feel that runner sensation again, ready for yet another year after that. One more burst of energy to the whole timeline and to yourself. Inhale, feel your body. Send energy to the time in the future, to the last year, through the present moment, out through all of next year. Into yourself, to your throat, and to your chest, your solar plexus, to your belly. Great. Well, that was downloaded live. That was fun. Feels like it worked. Well, let's crank energy on the planet. What do you say? Let's crank energy on the planet. Okay, for all the people on Earth. We'll just do this for a few minutes. We'll end a little bit early today. Picture the planet Earth floating between your hands. I'm going to put myself in gallery view for a second. Just picture the Earth, planet Earth, our dear Gaia, floating between our hands. Inhale, feel your body. Exhale, feeling your arms. Inhale, feel your body. Exhale, feeling your arms. Inhale, feel your body. Exhale, feel your arms. sending beams of energy to planet Earth. And imagine those beams are landing on the surface and going to every single human being on Earth. Fire breathe with me. To every single human being, every being on Earth, especially those that need it most. For physical health and now for mental health. Let's send energy to anyone with addictions. Traveling in San Francisco this week, I've driven by a lot of people struggling with that. To anyone on this planet of any kind of addiction, could be an addiction to food, to any kind of substances, right to their pleasure reward circuit, the center of their brain, to help them balance that pleasure reward relationship. Fire breathe again. To that area. Fire breathe again. That area. Fire breathe again. Feel your body. Feel your arms. There you go. And now imagine the density. Do a large inhale. Fill your body with tons of awareness. And feel your whole arms at once on this one, right to those addiction centers. Pleasure reward circuit, balancing the pleasure reward. Now to the heart chakra. There you go, right to their heart chakra. And now for emotional healing, not the same thing as mental health. We're just talking about people who are grieving, people who are things that they're working on, to their heart chakra. Fire breathe again. Let's do 2 fire breaths in a row. Your whole body. Draw the bow to the heart. Fire breathe again. Really feel your body to the heart. There you go. And now to all animals, to everyone's dear pet. To everyone's dear pet, to your dog, your cat. Your dog, your cat, all the dear pets. If there's a part of your pet that you know needs work, you could send to that. And now to all people's pets. To all people's dogs and cats and iguanas and pet fish, whatever else weird pets they have, snakes and stuff. Okay. And now to all wild animals. To all wild animals and domesticated breeds, all the animals on Earth. To the cows, the sheep, the goats, to the wolves, the leopards, the coyotes, the pumas, the panthers, the tigers, to the mountain lions, to the big lions in Africa, to the gazelles, the giraffes, the hippopotami, the rhinoceros, the venerable elephants, the not so venerable elephants, they're all included. Fire breathe. To all the primates, to all the creatures on Earth, and now into the waters, to all the mammals, to the big giant blue whales, the sperm whales, to the dolphins, to the orcas, to the sea lions, the big sea lions in the San Diego beaches, the sea otters swimming on their backs, carrying a sea anemone through your whole body to all the mammals in the water. I guess that includes scuba divers. Fire breathe again. I mean, they're mammals in the water. To the fish, to the big fish, the big tuna, to the marlins, and now to the mackerel and the salmon and the trout and all the goldfish, the beautiful multicolored fish near the Great Barrier Reef, all the polka dotted fish, striped fish, etc. And now deep into the bottom of the Great Barrier Reef, into the depths of the coral, floating up through all the coral. Inhale, feel your body floating from the depths of the coral, the deep sea coral, up to the surface of the coral with its beautiful, beautiful formations. They look like hands made of beautiful colors of light pink and light yellow and bright yellow and orange and pastel green and pastel purple in every single one of these colors, these light aquamarine colors. You can't imagine this exists naturally in nature, but it does, to all the coral reefs worldwide, off Florida, off Fiji, the deep coral rings with the deep, deep sea emanations all through all the coral and all the oceans. Fire breathe. Double pump inhale. Now to all the algae, the plankton, the kelp forests off Catalina Island, all the kelp worldwide, the algae, and now up into the rivers, the algae in the rivers throughout the Sierras, throughout Yosemite, the winding Yosemite Valley River that barely moves, it goes so slowly, to the fast moving rivers, the creeks in Utah, all the beautiful rivers all throughout the United States, and all the big lakes, Lake Tahoe and Mirror Lake in Yosemite, and all the different lakes worldwide. Every single lake, all the big lakes near Machu Picchu, all the lakes throughout Europe and Asia and the whole world. We're now on to the surface, up through the surface, all the creatures near the lakes, the tadpoles and the frogs, and all the mosses nearby, and the grasslands and the crop fields and the orchards and all the steppes, the arid steppes, the beautiful, wonderful trees, all the pine forests and the oak groves and the beautiful, tall, tall redwood forests, and the Joshua trees, which are actually cacti, the big Joshua tree cacti and Joshua Tree National Monument, all the different desert flowers, and the white cacti with their beautiful spines and blooms so cleansing, all the beautiful, shining, brilliant flowers that bloom on the cacti, and all the wildflowers in the southern hemisphere right now where it's summertime, all the wildflowers and the beautiful flowers worldwide, all the botanical gardens throughout the Valley of the Loire and all through Germany and Europe, and every single botanical garden, all the Asian botanical gardens, the beautiful ones all over, all the desert climates, all through the Middle East, energizing every continent now, from the very northern edge of Africa down to the southern tip of Africa, all the way over past Madagascar into all of Australia, New Zealand, up through all the island nations, all through Southeast Asia, all through Northern East Asia, all through Asia, past China, Russia, Eastern Europe, all the way in through Europe, all the way through every continent, Greenland, all through North America, down through Canada, past through the United States, through Mexico, down through Central America, all through every single country in South America, through Colombia, all the way down to through Brazil, all the way past French Guyana in general, all those countries nourished with energy. Fire breathe. All the way down to Chile and Argentina. Every single country worldwide, energized. If there's any area I forgot, they're included to every single continent. And now coat the earth in a beautiful abalone shell, Visualize it surface level, coating it with mirror-like abalone colored iridescent rainbow, and out again. Send beams of energy to the magma core of the earth for a second. Feel your body to the magma core. Now put another bubble 400 miles out. Then expand your heart field. Inhale, feel your body. Drop and expand. And now brush your heart field through planet Earth, filling that bubble with magenta. And then snug in that outer 400-mile shell, iridescent, translucent. Send her on her way, this beautiful drop of life with all of her connection to energy in the universe. This drop of pure consciousness, and send her on her way around the solar system around the galaxy gently circling in a supercluster of superclusters of galaxies. Thank you for coming today.